Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Now, things are gonna be just a little bit different in this episode, and the reason for that is because I am post commentating. Unfortunately, I was recording this episode 2 days ago, and basically, the audio file got corrupted for some reason. Don't really know why. It's happened to me like once or twice before, very rarely, but it happened again. Which is kind of annoying, but something we gotta deal with. We're still in the Cathedral of the Deep here. Gonna be making some progress. Unfortunately, I already know what's gonna be happening throughout, so I'll try not to spoil anything. I was looking at this giant, and of course, he's not the friendliest. Yeah, I was like, is he gonna do anything? And yes, he is. So yeah, we gotta heal up. I decided to go this way and kill these assholes, mainly to recover some of my HP. The HP recovery on this spear is actually kind of cool. Don't know what the ring does. The pointiff's left ring, I think? Left eye or something. It's supposed to recover HP as well, but maybe it recovers so little that you can't really see the effect. But yeah, I decided to explore this path instead, because I didn't want to deal with the giant. And yep, an evangelist. She said cleanse the bastard's curse, and she nearly killed me. I was listening there because, of course, I'm listening on my computer to this recording here. When I'm recording the game itself, I have my TV turned pretty much all the way down so that there is no... And she's gone. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And she's dead. Well, whatever. There's the deep gem, which I'm going to read the item description here. I'm not going to go ahead and do that because it's probably not going to be at the same speed. It is essentially used to make dark weapons. Sorry, I'm clicking my pen here. It's used to make dark weapons, so there's that. I did mention back when I was recording that it's interesting that here it seems like any infused weapon, no matter if it's dark, fire, faith, whatever, seems to lose their scaling. Whereas in Dark Souls 2, for example, a dark weapon would add int and faith scaling, and I got ambushed again. These things are so weird. They're just kind of like here, and they don't do much. Unfortunately, he was also blocking my path. So I was gonna say, yeah, I'm listening on my PC to this recording, of course. So I hear a lot more stuff because I don't have to have my TV turned all the way down. I was like, you know what? It's time to get past this giant. Wanted to see if running can make a difference, and I think he can't reach in here. I still think so. He seems to want to try, but probably is not able to. This is where I made a mistake. I should not have collected these stupid rings. I did get the Lloyd's sword ring, I think that was. Yeah. Which is actually gonna turn out to be pretty handy as I get one-shotted. Yeah, he just wiped me. I should have dodged, but I wasn't keeping my eye on him. Anyways, this is when I'm going to equip this new ring here. This new ring is actually pretty good. Not the best, but it's gonna be usable, I think. I decided to remove that spell ring because I don't need faster casting. And yeah, as you can see, this one, it boosts attack power when your HP is full. Has quite a few uses. I mean, when you think about it, it's good because at least like the first few enemies will go down quicker and actually boost your attack power by quite a bit. So yeah, of course I forgot to call the elevator down, and I think I still forget to send it back even after the second run, which is kind of stupid. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Gotta remember, in Souls games, always send the elevator back down. And here I just tried a different tactic of just running through, ignoring everything. I think he still hits me, but he does react a little bit slower, so got that. Yeah, he hits me once, but that's okay. Doesn't actually deal terrible damage, but you know, you gotta be careful. Looking at this weird ass statue. These guys seem to be worshipping these maggot type things. And here, this chest. This has got to be the most suspicious and most obvious chest in the game. Of course it's a mimic, like, who wouldn't guess? Like, just the way it was placed, I fucking knew it was a mimic right away. Mimics are pretty much the same as in Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 2 they were actually pretty weak, I think, because they could be killed pretty much before any of them got up. So yeah, they weren't much of a challenge, but here mimics are the Dark Souls 1 variety. And this one I think drops the Karim Braille Tome of the Deep or something like that, which I'm pretty sure, because the Miracle Caster was the one that wanted the Braille Tomes, and I'm pretty sure that this one will allow her to teach us hexes. I do know, I think that this was a comment I saw way back at the start when I was reading comments, in that hexes are no longer their own separate magic category. They just are kind of fall into the category of spells and hexes. I mean miracles. Yeah, I wanted to make sure there was no ambush, but of course there is. They really love this enemy type. They use them a lot. And I fell off like an idiot. And of course, we are not alone down here. Because, well, first of all, these guys come after me. Which actually turned out quite well because they take quite a bit of fall damage. Yeah, they're not difficult to kill, but you know, they're just like so quick. Yep, there he was. This giant ass knight. These knights in this area, and we'll see more a little bit later on in the next few episodes. I got an accidental backstab there. These knights, again, we'll see a couple more later on. They really look like Iron Tarkus. Like, resemble him a lot. Anyways, I wanted to explore this ladder up here, which actually, I don't think it even leads anywhere. And I never heard that there was this like hammer banging through the area that you can hear. I wonder what that is. Again, it's just kind of a shame that, not shame, but you know, it's just the way you record. You have to have your TV turned way down. I was trying to backstab there, obviously. Finally got it. Of course, these evangelists, we know from the item descriptions, originate from this area. So it makes sense that they're here. Something like the Cathedral of the Deep sent these evangelists out to essentially cleanse the undead settlement. But you know, we'll get into the lore more in later playthroughs. There's nothing else here. Pretty much that ember is the only thing. Of course, I know the way forward. It's past that knight. You gotta get past him. Actually, you pretty much don't have to kill him, I think, but still. We get something here. I don't remember what this treasure is. Oh, it's Seek Guidance. Yeah, Seek Guidance. We all know what it is. Allows you to see more messages, and also there are kind of special developer messages, secret ones. At least in the previous Souls games there were, that could only be seen with Seek Guidance, which is kind of cool. I like that idea. Wanted to snipe him. He actually takes quite a bit of damage from the arrows. And I gotta remember eventually, when I have more consistent access to Titanite, I'll start upgrading my bow as well. I really do like the longbow. This guy's really annoying to fight. Basically, he does that shield bash and then a heavy strike, which is kind of difficult to avoid. Because you get hit by... I was trying this shield piercing. See, this is the thing. You get hit by the shield bash. Your automatic reaction is to dodge. And then you get hit by his heavier strike. And he can heal. He just cast replenishment on himself. He's recovering a lot of HP too. Again, this shield piercing is actually kind of decent on this weapon. It's good that spears have this effect. I like it. I mean, spears have always been good in Souls games, and he's buffing again. He still has replenishment on, so yeah, he clipped me. Again, really do remind me of Iron Tarkus, these enemies. Maybe it's because they have similar helmets and they wear black armor. But other than that, gameplay-wise, they're more like the Tower Knights. So yeah, we have a run back to do. It's interesting, it almost seems like this bonfire is the only one in this area. And then you kind of just like unlock shortcuts back to it. Again, this is why you always send the elevator back down. I did that accidentally. Like a dumbass. Oh yeah, I was looking for a shield maybe that has more physical defense. And I heavy attacked myself off the elevator. I decided to go against it because... First of all, I don't have the stats for most of these. I wanted to see the wooden shield as well. Don't know why. That thing has terrible defense. Oh, did I want to parry this guy? Seriously? I think I decided against this idea. I knew that there's no way I could parry this motherfucker. So I decided to go back to my original shield. Anyways. I think the normal way to kill them is good. You know, subsequent playthroughs I'll get better at parrying, but not right now. I've gotten a few parries, but at this stage these enemies deal too much damage where it's kind of a risk. I decided to come down here to kill these little guys because I weren't sure whether they could actually ambush me or not when I'm fighting the knight. I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, that would be a dick move, but it's something they would pull, wouldn't they? Anyways, I was trying to figure out where he was because I wanted to be cheap and snipe him a bit. But you know, he's not here. And you'll see why in a bit. Don't know why I had my shield up there. That was weird. Yeah, he comes around the corner. There he is. At least I can get my souls back. I had quite a bit of souls here. Tagged him once. Of course, he gets his shield up. But this time, I got a backstab. Again, these guys don't have a lot of HP. It just... I meant to switch to my whip, but I completely failed. My whip deals decent damage too. See, I can't fucking avoid that. And that nearly killed me. There's the thing about this guy, he casts replenishment really quickly. And I managed to knock his shield away, and I panicked. Started mashing R1, and that's why I didn't get the critical. I'm pretty sure that would have killed him too. And he's dead. I wanted to do the point down gesture. Yeah, I do like this enemy. You don't see many throughout this level, but... Well, you just have to find out in the next episode what happens. Anyways, I decided to go ahead and go into this little side room. I was like, this is way too suspicious. There is something here. And there is. That thing looks fucking horrifying. And he's awesome. I even said this when I was playing the episode itself. This is probably my favorite enemy I've seen in this game so far. Just looks so cool. It's like a spider cat. That is a really, really awesome design, even looking back at it now. Not difficult at all to kill him. I don't think he even hits me. So yeah, I don't know if this is like a one-off enemy, or we'll see more of them. But whoever designed that, well done. And he drops a ring, which I think turned out to be pretty useless. Yeah, it restores FP, which, don't really care about. I mean, I use my FP so rarely. I really should though. I did remember somewhere throughout this episode that I should go back and get magic weapon back since my whip is not infused. But I don't think I do that. I haven't even done that even up to this point. Whatever. I should though, cause that would make my notched whip a lot more viable. Those statues are weird. They almost seem like they spit acid sometimes. Haven't figured out what it is yet, but I don't want to step in it. Acid, if it's in this game, is a really annoying status. In Dark Souls 2, it was pretty much the worst. You even had people who would just like troll you by constantly spewing acid. They had like 50 casts of acid. I think it was Acid Surge. Yeah. They just like cast that on you while wearing Havels. Anyways. I saw another one of these knights and I was in no mood to fight him because at this point I already made pretty good progress. I was like, I'm not gonna waste it, especially since this resembled a shortcut. And it is a shortcut. We were down in that little pit there a few episodes ago. So yeah, I knew that this was eventually gonna lead back. First of all, we have this door, which when I first saw this, I honestly thought that this would lead to the boss because it just looks like the type of elevator that would. And second of all, this is the other door. So yeah, this is a shortcut. Decided to go back to Firelink Shrine. Did I not? Oh yeah, I did. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, I decided to go back to Firelink Shrine to use up my souls because I had quite a few. Way too much to risk losing. I don't know what I actually did. I think I leveled up.
Welcome home, speak very well. Then
Yeah, I definitely leveled up. Just don't know what I upgraded. Oh yeah, of course.
farewell, Ashen One.
And I think what I also remember to do is buy some more arrows from Grey Rat.
Oh, hello.
For sure.
And in one piece.
I think I did that, didn't I? Oh no, I was like, I wanted to spend the rest of my souls on something. Just didn't know what. So I think I ended up buying an amber out of stupidity. I don't know why I should have just spent this on arrows,
And stay
but
safe.
you know, when you look back at it now, you sometimes do realize you do dumb shit. But that's a part of a blind playthrough, you know. I also checked out her things. I was almost tempted to buy the dried finger, but decided against it. These armor pieces, nothing really that would be useful for me, except that key. And I still have to collect 20,000 souls for the key. It's gonna be okay after a while. I mean, the later areas in Souls games, you know, in later areas, getting 20,000 souls usually isn't that big of a deal. We just have to make it up there. We're still pretty early on in this game. Because, I mean, if you think about it, there are 4 lords. You would say that it's like, what, 25% for each lord? So we're not even a quarter of the way through this game. Well, maybe a quarter, because usually the first few areas tend to be the longest. Again, usually it takes me about 60 episodes to complete a Souls game the first time around. Yeah, I got back into Ember form because I honestly did think that Elevator would lead to a boss fight, which, spoiler alert, doesn't. So yeah, that was kind of stupid. Especially when you see what happens to me when I get up here. Just wanted to see if there are other paths to go. Of course, there aren't. Why did I go all the way back here? Like a dumbass. What was I doing? I have no idea. Maybe I wanted to see if there's treasure here. I wanted to see if there's a path here. And there technically is. Past the giant, there seems to be something. But I really wasn't in the mood to fight a giant. So I decided to check out the boss because I didn't want to make the episode too short. At least what I thought was the boss. Of course it's not. And I got hit. Actually we've seen this enemy before. When we were going through the outside of this area. Trying to figure out where I am. Yeah, as you can see, here we are. First I didn't even notice that there's a ladder. I was looking at the weird shadow. Did you see, like, my shadow was on that building down there? It's kind of weird. Anyways, we're gonna go up. And I think this is where I pretty much screw up and die. At least very shortly, I think. So yeah, apparently this is the way forward. And we got the deep ring from this guy for some reason. Which I did say looks very much like the Ring of Binding from Dark Souls 2. Doesn't it? I think the Ring of Binding looked something like this. Anyways, it's not something I want to use. Or it's not something that's useful to me. But still, nice to have around. Want to collect as many rings as you possibly can. God, I was spending a lot of time reading that description. Yeah, because I talked about the Ring of Binding too. Wanted to try and ring the bell with an arrow. Doesn't work, unfortunately. Just looking for ambushes. And I got hit by one of those crossbow guys down at the bottom. Yeah, kind of. I didn't think they would be able to hit me here. And of course, I got careless because I wasn't looking for ambushes. Plus, these X guys are kind of assholes. Yeah. They deal a lot of damage. And that was pretty much it for my Ember form. Not even worth wasting an Ember for that. But you know, I genuinely thought there would be a boss fight here. So yeah, I think this is pretty much the end of the episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dark Souls 3, even with the post-commentary. Yeah, I decided to wrap it up here, I think, as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see all of you next time, where we're going to be back with live commentary. Goodbye. I decided to use this toast because if you press R1, that's what you get.